Okay, we're back. Let's do a quick review. Last time we learned how to make major chords using a major scale. And the major scale has this pattern of whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And another word for that, whole tone, is just tone. Another word for that half step is semitone. So some people will write it, sometimes you'll see it written TTS, TTTS, meaning tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. It means the same thing as whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And you remember that we learned to make a major chord on any note, start on the note, play this major scale, and pick the first, third, and fifth notes from the scale, and that is the major chord. And so I put those in blue up here, 1, 3, and 5. So you can do it that way by figuring out the scale and then finding the first, third, and fifth notes. And that's a great way to do it, especially at first. But there's another way, actually there's a couple more ways, but there's another way that might be a little faster, and I want to mention that. And it's using the interval or the distance between these notes from the scale. The first, the third, and the fifth. If you look at it and break it down, the interval from the first note of a scale to the third note of the scale is 4 half steps. And I'll show you the example on the keyboard here. If we start on C and we go up to the third note of the scale, it's E. Now if we, starting from C, if we count the number of half steps to get to E, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the interval between 1 and 3 in a major scale is 4 half steps. And then the interval between 3 and 5, if we start on 3 and go up to 5, which is G, we start here, the number of steps is 1, 2, 3. It's only 3 half steps. So that's why I wrote 3 to 5 equals 3 half steps. So the interval is 4 half steps and then 3 half steps. And there's a name for those intervals. And that name is, the first one where there's 4 half steps, that's a major third. And the second one where there's only 3 half steps, that's a minor third. And if you stack those two together, you get a major chord. And this is true in any key. So you pick the note you want. Let's just do it for fun. We'll pick D. And you count up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the third. And then starting from there, you count up 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. And you've got a D major chord. Because the relationship of those intervals will hold true over every chord. So if you wanted to go to E, it would be E, G sharp, and B. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. F would be F, A, and C, because starting on F, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. And if we went to G, it would be G, B, and D. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's a G major chord. Starting on A, we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, so we'd have A, C sharp, and E. That's an A major chord. Starting on B, we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, so that B, D sharp, and F sharp is an B major chord. And that's a quick way to build those chords.